Eagle Dawn is here. That's right, Eagle Dawn today. Okay, so Double O Kid, welcome back to the Corey Haim movie rant series. We're up there in the teens, coming up to the 20s. This is the one after The Lost Boys 2. I just tell you that so I have a mental note. Which one was next if I get on a mad rant? But I'm trying to be more creative and actually trying to, like, you know, get stuff filmed quicker. Stand on this kick stool, stand off camera, quirkiness, randomness. Right, okay, so Double O Kid has featured on Lonely Tree Entertainment a few times. There's a podcast out there, there's some waffle, there's some rant. And I remember going into Global Video and went, is that Corey Haim? It's one of them. There you go, boom. Weirdest front cover. Quite queaky, what the fuck is queaky? Corey Haim, Bridget Nielsen, Nicole Eggert and John Ray Davis, as well as Wallace Shawn. We're talking about Wallace Shawn in a minute. Came out roughly about the same time now. I talked about this recently. Over the Night and this, about the same time, the same year. The light's in the way, who gives a fuck? Here we go. Oh, it's an expensive VHS, don't drop it. So I've just watched this on VHS, have rewound it. Global Video powered a load of these out, so a lot of people ended up with this. It's mad that you don't see more of that, but anyway, let's put that up there. It's going to fit there, let's put that there. And I say Nicole Eggert. Now, a couple of things about this movie. Nicole Eggert would star in Just One of the Girls and Blown Away with Corey Haim. Following this, Corey Haim had a chance to go one way or the other. All in the Night was the direction he should have took. I think it would have changed his career, especially in the 90s, but he opted for this. Obviously, this is a James Bond kind of cash-in. The music's very X-Files-y. So if you think of James Bond meets the X-Files, this is where the score is. Do-do-do-do. Yeah, it's a bit random. Not as random as the start, though, with John Ray Davis in this, who walks into this room, and we're going to show you a bit of this here. Now, Cash Pot, played by Wallace Shawn, looks like my friend Casper. We'll get to that in a bit again. But again, he comes in there and he's got a car. Now, do I have a car anywhere here? No, I haven't planned this. Is there not one car? Oh, we've got a car, here we go. So he gets in this car and he's like stationary and he's playing a video game on the screen, and you're going to see this. There's impact, there's death from absolutely nowhere. Yeah, that is just so random. Now when we talk about Cash Point, Casper and Cash Pot, honestly man, we're going to jump ahead in the movie in a minute, in a few seconds, because you know, like I've talked about this on my channel quite a lot. When Casper loses his shit over cardboard, this is pretty much what Casper's like.
We've lost satellite communication, we've lost the link.
What? How could that happen? Wait, shut down! Now! Immediately! What happened? Just a precaution, gentlemen. The virus without a password might backfire into our own system.
Anyway, off that man. So the story's weird. Corey Haim's playing a character a lot younger than he's meant to be. This is Corey Haim when he's got bleach blonde hair all over the place, and he basically is just a kid. He's got this lush setup, living above his parents' garage, and has a spoiled little brother. And he basically gets given this package and told to go to LA, drop it off like a super FedEx. And he's always got this James Bond thing in his head, and he's completely like, eat Project Eagle Dawn. Eagle Dawn and Desert Storm. One of the two, it's there. Desert Storm is a completely different war. Anyway, he's waffling along like I am. He gets there and he ends up in a limo at one point. He goes past and Batman Returns is coming out. So yeah, he ends up on the run. Seth Green is meant to be in this. At no point can I work out where Seth Green is. He's meant to be one of the roller boys. There's roller boys in here. Chasing him down the multi-story complex where he ends up in Nicole Eggert's trolley. Yep, random movie. Bridget Nielsen is in this. Bridget Nielsen would reunite with Corey Haim later on in Snowboard Academy, which we've already covered on this channel. So yeah, he's basically like on the run. And then he gets to Cash Point's headquarters. No, actually, there's a rendezvous in there's a rendezvous in the zoo, which literally looks like a bit from True Romance here. And there's an amazing bit with a crocodile. Keep your eyes on the alligator. Not the crocodile, the alligator.
Alligators!
It's one thing when it pops out and goes, it's a guy going, ah, ah. It's like, what the fuck is going on there with that alligator? It's an alligator. Okay, so the alligator's there, and that reminds me a lot of True Romance, and True Romance would be filmed that year, so it probably is the same zoo. So yeah, randomness. They end up with cash points as well. Cash pot. And he starts having this meltdown, and Corey Haim gets tied in, and there's a game going on, and let's get the mummy in here. So yeah, the mummy's just like, you need to go there. It starts sounding like Stargate at this point, when they're all just like, and they can change the voice. That was a very terrible impression. And Corey Haim is battling away. Now at this point, at this time, I can't reach it, it's up there, but I've got, there you go, got reissued last year, signed copy. Double Switch. There's a Double Switch video game. Check out the video of me and Vampire Mike on this channel for the Weird, Wacky, Wonderful when we go mental at Double Switch.
You pretty much want to help Corey Haim get out of the basement, and then you find out that there's this treasure supposedly hidden in the Egyptian hotel you're in, and there's all these bad people coming around the hotel, snooping around, trying to find this treasure and the map and like what's going on.
To get there, we've got another map. This is a map. This is what's going to get us out of here. Right, how the fuck do you get to the next level? Thomas the Tank will get us there. Yeah, we really go mental. That is an original on the shelf release. Now, check the video. I tried to play that. Even next door is Retro Gamer VX. Literally, that wall is the dividing wall between us, and I'm even going to try to borrow his computer to try and play it. I even bought the soundtrack. I was going to step off camera here and put this back where I came from, but I ended up getting a signed copy of the PlayStation 4 game because it had a resurgence. It is hard as fuck, but this is the same era. Haim's trying to get out, and the mummy's just like gonna get crushed by spikes, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And then there's some weird CGI. It's a fucking bit of a disaster. Haim's in it, starring Corey Haim. Big cast, weirdly executed, I would say. It's on the cusp of, like, you can see there's talent there, but the cheese on top of it doesn't cut it. Like, as I say, availability, being released in Germany, got a blue front cover with Haim looking behind his glasses on, his spiky blonde hair, and it has seen release on Blu-ray. But that is the New Zealand, Australian import, and then in the UK, when I talk about the UK, there it is, boom. So yeah, his name is Elliot, Lance Elliot. He's cute, he's cool, he's smart, and he's licensed to thrill. Wow, I should do this more on the back of the boxes, shouldn't I? But today is not a good day for the 17-year-old. Yeah, he's a little older than 17 at this point. He's set off to deliver a package to LA, but quickly then you can say shaken, not stirred. He's on a mission to save the planet. The package, it seems, contains the key to world domination and a criminal mastermind. Cash point, good job, I'm going to script. Will not stop at anything to get his hands on it, but he hasn't recognised the 00 Kid. Determined to foil Cash Point's plan, Lance and his beautiful sidekick Melina turn up at the Mad Mansion hideaway. With time running out, the two teenagers lure to the video games of doom. Lured to the video game of doom room, where Lance's skills are tested to the limit. At this point, Lance hasn't really showed any kind of love for video games. He wakes up and there's a Tupac picture on the wall, and he's got a phone. No video games in sight. Will Lance and Melina escape on their own, or will the world be saved? Will the 00 Kid make it home before his mum notices he's missing? Well, his mum notices he's missing about 20 minutes into this movie. Yeah, so, fuck me, that was so random. Before Agent Cody came Lance Elliot, the youngest secret agent ever. Yeah, we're on a different rant. See you in the outtakes.
I don't know where I got to go.
So here in the outtakes, it's great revisiting these. I'm really enjoying it, like, because we're really up to 20 now, and oh, this is 20. I don't think we're 20. I think we're at 19. I don't know. It's there anyway. Hang on. It's officially episode 19. Yeah. So as I say, when I talk about Double O Kid and Double Switch, Double Switch is on the PlayStation Network, so if you can't get a physical copy, download it. Try and do it. It's hard as fuck. Check out the video. That video, the Weird, Wacky but Wonderful for Double Switch, with Vampire Mike from America, and it was just crazy with the transitions and all the stuff. Even check out me singing the song along with Matty Connor, as I say, drumming away as well. It's fucking bonkers, that video. But Double O Kid again. When I want to talk about this in the outtakes here, the discovery. So again, going back to the old books, when you're like, such and such a films, I really can't wait to find one of these books and go, yeah, look at how many films. Double O Kid wasn't really mentioned at that point. We're getting into the bits where, you know, the books were coming out, but unless there was some kind of form of hit, they just weren't acknowledging these Horlocks or Homrocks books. Something, you know what I'm saying? I don't have one. There's lots of random books up behind us, but, you know, we're not talking about that. But again, I remember walking in a Global Video, and a massive shout out to Beryl, because I seen Beryl yesterday. She was in the shop, and you just walking past and there you go, oh, Corey Haim's got a new film out, you know. But again, it's quite a quirky picture. Saved by the Foot. Hi Rob, you alright? Saved it with my foot, you see that? Just shout out to Rob in the video shop down in Nottingham there. But yeah, it's quite a quirky cover, and there's that Corey Haim, and he just looks a bit like, huh? And he's got a super soaker, which turns into a flamethrower, and he's on there twice, you know what I mean? His weapons, his super soaker, and a joystick. His mission to save the world before dinner. Again, I can see the potential, whoever's came behind that, selling that film, going, oosh. And again, it's just like, really? But again, it's one of the ones I had to track down. As I say, I bought it from Global Secondhand. That's where I got it from originally. And then the DVD, again, getting it really early on and buying the DVDs up from Australia, so I'd seen a light of day in there. Then the German one, I really wanted to pick up the German Blu-ray, but the last time I looked it was 50 quid. I'm like, fuck right off. Not for the Double O Kid. Not that the potential could be in Germany this year. And you know, you just go to the video shops and look at like Barcelona, when you walk into Barcelona and there's all these films available, and you're like, why does that not even appear like up on the internet and stuff like that? But yeah, just a random outtake just to fill the void there. Thank you very much for watching, and the next episode is episode 20, and fuck knows what that's going to be. Goodbye for now.